Nicolas Cage recently spoke out against artificial intelligence and voiced his fear of AI being used to manipulate his likeness. During an interview with The New Yorker, Cage detailed how he had to have a scan for another upcoming project and is skeptical about how it will be used in the future. They're just going to steal my body and do whatever they want with it via digital AI. God, I hope not AI. I'm terrified of that. I've been very vocal about it, said Cage. He continued, "It is really scary. And it makes me wonder, where will the truth of the artist end up?" The late actors Judy Garland, James Dean, and Burt Reynolds have had their voices reprised by AI audio company 11 Labs after their estates sold the rights to the company. What do you think of AI? Drop us a comment.
I just happen to be unhinged myself, so it just sort of falls into place naturally.
Really, all I did was I kept the bandages on and I pulled my teeth out.
My cat used to sneak into the refrigerator and he would steal the mushrooms. So I thought, well, what the heck? I better do it with him. This piggy's adorable. You should go and try to catch an actual chupacabra. Whether or not that electricity has consciousness or not, who could really say? There was a naked man who had got my leather jacket eating a fudgesicle in front of my bed.
I put the fried grasshoppers in the egg salad sandwiches.
I heard about it. I did hear that Reddit has a something about me. TIL, that Nicolas Cage spent $150 million on a 70-million-year-old dinosaur skull. There's the skull I bought at an auction, and I bought it legally. Here's the MacGuffin. When the Mongolian government said that they needed it back, I gave it to them, but I never got my money back. So somebody at the auction house should be in jail.
We met Nicolas Cage at the home he shares with his wife and young daughter in Las Vegas. It is exactly what you might imagine Nicolas Cage's home in Las Vegas would be. Part goth cathedral, part avant-garde gallery.
Okay, Hogan.
There's an African crow in the living room, a cat that could scare off a burglar, and this.
This is my black dragon. It's a monitor lizard. He'll get to be about 6 feet long. He's like having a real dinosaur in your house. It's kind of amazing. He's alive.
Here we go. See, you're the one that brings these things up, and they go out and they eclipse everything else. No, there is no National Treasure 3. No. If you want to find treasure, don't look at Disney, okay? It's not there.
No. I am a craftsman. I know how to get to a place. I mean, it's been so long now, 45 years. Been doing it so long that my access, thankfully, to my imagination and to my emotion is at my fingertips, and I know how to bring it when the director says action, and then how to leave it and go home. I'm not torturing myself, so to speak. Or at one time I was, when I was 19, I was, doing movies like Birdie and thinking, we all have to be Robert De Niro and Raging Bull, and we all have to live the part and all that. Because I had no proper training, so to speak. I learned through experience and watching movies, and I also learned how to get there without having to torture myself and go complete method insanity.
Christopher Nolan is being honored here tonight. Is there a movie that you loved of his?
Oh, all of them. I absolutely love all of his movies. A million years ago, almost worked with him, and it didn't happen, and he has yet to invite me back since. I hope he changes his mind one day.
Well, maybe tonight's the night. You guys can chat.
That would be terrific. He's as good as it gets.
You seem like a guy who's all in all the time. You don't do anything halfway.
Very insightful, Sharon. Very, very insightful. I might have been the first actor who woke up one morning and somebody had put a montage of me making meltdown moments and freaking out and cherry picking from different movies, and then put it online I think it was called Nicolas Cage Loses His Shit. And then it went viral overnight around the world, and I kept looking at it, going, what is happening to me? That's not how I meant it. And then it kept growing exponentially and compounding on itself and getting bigger, and nothing I could do could stop it. I couldn't stop it legally, I couldn't stop it anyway, and I just sort of sat there, and then it started going into this memification with photoshopping and, like you said, t-shirts and whatnot, and I said, well, I gotta put this somewhere.
You like being famous?
It depends upon what side of the bed I get out of in the morning. Sometimes I think it's a lot of fun, and then sometimes it catches you by surprise.
It just depends how you're feeling.
It depends upon how you're feeling.
And what people are saying about you?
And sure, and who you meet.
Do you have any advice for people who are accidentally famous?
See, I'm still developing my thoughts on that. I feel for them. A lot of people don't want it. A lot of people don't want that experience.
He was just as great as I expected him to be. He was just as strange as I expected him to be. He was just as funny. He was just as mysterious. He was just as thoughtful, open, and all the things that are stitched into his bubblegum pink leather motorcycle jacket.
The dynamic that I experienced with Pedro Pascal was very similar to the dynamic that you're getting in the movie, because we both are cinephiles, we're both film enthusiasts, and we both enjoy talking about movies. And Pedro and I both have pretty bizarre senses of humor. He's pretty out there with his comedy. I never know if he's joking or if he isn't joking, and that's great for that character, Javi, because you want to never really be too sure where this guy's going.
Fellini's Juliet of the Spirits, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, Truffaut's 400 Blows, Stanley Kubrick's 2001. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Yeah.
Why did Nicolas Cage change his name? I changed my name because I was doing a little movie called Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I was still Nicholas Coppola, and people would not stop saying things like, I love the smell of Nicholas in the morning because of Apocalypse Now, and Robert Duvall saying, I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and it made it hard to work, and I decided, I don't need this. So I changed it to Cage. It's a combination of Luke Cage from Marvel Comics, it was a character I liked, also named Power Man, and John Cage, the avant-garde composer. Speaks volumes about everything I've been up to ever since.